But speaking of the defense pack, they have been under selling pressure over the last 3 to 5 odd sessions. And Hiral, there was over the weekend, of course, there's a negative impact in the street coming in from HAL's aircraft fall. And also, we could say that there's a technical sell-off also happening.
There's a technical sell-off happening. Plus, when you talk about any of the wars across, that cool-off is something which is probably having an impact on the stocks as well, because your automatic order book which is there is okay, but an additional order that could be potentially coming in, exactly, that is something which will get impacted as well, right? Because none of the countries will be in a hurry to procure at that speed at which they were planning to. So probably this could be a sell-off that one should be watching out for, and whether it continues to see a sell-off or is it just going to plateau at these levels is what we have to wait and watch and see. But let's just quickly pull up a 1 month or even a 3-month chart when you talk about the defense sector as a whole, because that will tell you what's happened. In today, it's down nearly 2%. But see, in the last 1 month, the kind of gyrations that have come in, almost 2.5–3% downtake is what you've seen in the last 1 month. Let's just pull up a 3-month chart as well of India defense. And there you go. It did see a massive surge. It's still in the positive with gains of 3%. So don't be surprised if you see a plateauing effect coming in here. Heyman, with regards to defense majors, how are you looking at it? I know BEL has been one of your top picks in today's session, but apart from a BEL, all the other companies which are seeing a sell-off today, are you seeing support anywhere? Because CLSA is of the opinion that HAL is a strong buy the moment it sees a correction.
I'll just take 30 seconds more, Hiral, if you don't mind.
Sure.
If you look at the Nifty India Defense, Hiral, like you just pointing out, so in this calendar year itself, it moves from 5,000 to almost 9,200. Markets have not made a new high. And now there's been a distribution happening. And like you said, there is a sell-off. I believe there could be some more sell-off. We are currently at 7,955. I wouldn't be surprised if we break 7,800, we come to 7,400, because it's corrective. It's moved too fast. It needs a time price retracement. In fundamental parlance, you would need valuations to play catch up. Coming back to HAL that you mentioned, okay, there has been relative strength. There's a range between 4,300 on the downside and 4,950 on the upside. There is a gap down today, which is not a good sign. Normally, gaps get covered up within 4-5 trading sessions itself. So this week, if the gap doesn't get covered up, I think there could be some more pain to 4,300. So if I were to look to buy HAL, it would be only at 4,300 and not before that. And I would wait to see whether the support works. So everything is hunky-dory if you take a longer term view. But all these 10–20 time multi-baggers need a couple of years to correct. And the time of correction has still not happened either.
Nirav, the question actually, Heyman has only raised it and it has made my job easier. So the long-term perspective, what happens now for the defense space? It is hunky-dory as what Heyman had stated, but Nirav, what's your view on that?
Well, I think the defense firms have had a good run, and I think by the inherent nature, the defense contracts tend to have the non-disclosure agreement clauses. At the same time, there is a lumpiness in the contracts. Most of the firms which qualify for defense contracts, they have to go through a very, very rigorous exercise for the approvals. So it's not easy. It is a business where you have to spend at least a decade before you start seeing the results in terms of the financial performance. Case in point would be Bharat Forge, which started off in 2014 and really started getting the fruits from 2024 onwards. So I think most of the firms in this space have done their hard work or continue to do the hard work, and they will reap the benefits of that. Some of the companies are looking very exciting. For example, Solar Industries, how it has graduated from being a supplier of technical grade ammonium nitrate to makers of Pinaka rockets. There are companies like Data Patterns, which are doing quite well, their contribution to BrahMos. At the same time, we have Bharat Forge, which is doing exceptionally well as far as the advanced towed anti-gun artillery systems are concerned. So there's a lot of meaningful work which is happening. But at the same time, the unfortunate incident which we have seen in the case of HAL Tejas aircraft just shows that clearly there seems to be a lot of work which needs to be done, a lot of
And
upgrades
Nirav,
which